This is not a drill. Prisoners are missing from their cells. I repeat, this is not a drill. The false prophets have escaped. Use extreme caution. They are masters of improvisation and their plans have beaten even the brightest. If found, shoot to kill. They have been deemed too silly for jail.
I'm sure he's got some super exciting news to tell us about our budget right now. Don't you, Shayne? Oh, wow. Guys, I have some, well folks, I don't know how to put this, but it seems we're over budget.
Over budget?
We're over budget.
We're broke?
What just happened when
Is this man not getting paid?
We're over budget. If there's a profit that you like, please let me know. We'll be selling ourselves for revenue after the show.
It seems we lost our tech crew, and with them went our lighting too. So now we have this one thing left to do. For coming to our over budget comedy show. Thank you.
during the show. If you guys agree to do that, I promise we'll make the show entertaining enough that you won't want to talk or text, alright? Alright, number 2. As you guys may have noticed, we are an improv group, which means we do improv, which means we improvise. But to do that, we're going to need some help from the audience. So, for example, if I went to this half of the room and said, where's a location where you wouldn't expect to find a baby goat? A little bit better than that. Where wouldn't I expect to find a baby goat?
My mom's house.
My mom's house? What? Good. And if I went to this half of the room and said, what's an occupation that you would never use to kill a goat?
Gynecologist.
You think you're pretty fucking smart, don't you? No, just kidding, you're great. And we also have stand-up, which is just one person out here with a mic telling jokes. So now we're going to do a blackout, and let's see who our first comedian is, alright? It's me! So how you guys doing? Having a good week? Woo! I'm having a terrible week. You want to know why? I'm going to tell you why. So I got banned from the gym recently. They said I was being disruptive and making a scene. And I thought that was bullshit. But when they put the evidence in front of me, they kind of had a point. Like, first thing was I kept asking people to spot me on the 5-pound weights. They didn't want to pull anything. Secondly, they said I kept screaming on the treadmills, which is true. But I feel like if I pretend like I'm being chased, I'll run fast. And the thing that really got me kicked out was I started a dodgeball game with the medicine balls. I thought it would bring us closer together, but it got me kicked out. And I went to a party later this week and I struck out entirely with this girl. I know, thank you. It was my fault though, I knew the girl from math class, so my brain was like, oh, if I impress her with a math pickup line, she'll think I'm smart and want to touch my penis. As you can tell, it didn't work. So I go up to her real smooth, real suave, and I'm like, hey baby, let's make like perpendicular lines. Let's meet once and then never again. It would have worked on you guys. She was not happy with it. You were drinking my face, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I misspoke. Let's make like parallel lines. We'll never meet, but I'll always be near you. Isn't that enough to party, or so she thinks? So because I'm crushingly lonely, I've been looking into a lot of porn lately. I feel like porn is just not very believable, like the plots are kind of shallow, which is why I invented a thing called a sextra to make porn a little bit more, realistic. It's somebody you put into a porn film to help the plot along. Let me give you an example, you'll get confused. So the guy gets to the door, and the woman's like, I didn't order a large sausage pizza. The guy's like, well, you'll have to pay somehow. And they start fucking. They might understand the plot of porn for it. And he cuts this extra alone in his apartment. Where is the pizza guy? I ordered pizza 2 hours ago. Anybody in the audience married? Of course not, this is a college show. Anybody in the audience gay married? Or as it's called, married? Of course not, this is North Carolina. I'm so sick of people arguing against gay marriage, saying that it ruins the sanctity of marriage. Because the sanctity of marriage is destroyed by Las Vegas. You can marry to anything in Las Vegas. But I thought about it, and Las Vegas doesn't just destroy the sanctity of marriage. Las Vegas is an argument that God is not paying attention. Las Vegas feels like a rabbi, a priest, and an imam all got together to see if God would smite sinners. It's like, alright, we're designing town, they're like, alright, let's see, we'll put a casino next to a brothel / strip club. Next to a buffet / ranch / place where you can hunt men. Nothing? I guess God is dead. That's right, audience. That's a Nietzsche reference. You're very smart. Oh, you guys have been so wonderful. I'm going to leave you with this helpful piece of information. This is true. Hand models, those people you see their hands in like modern situations. To keep their hands looking really smooth, they would wear leather gloves full of lotion to bed. That's actually true. I've taken this piece of information, incorporated in my daily life, but changed it just a little bit. I wear a leather gimp suit full of lotion. Hear me out. 1, my skin was wonderfully young. I am 48 years old. 2, nobody will ever fucking rob me. Ma'am, could you imagine if you broke into my house, trying to get at my valuables, and you heard the soft, padded leather feet coming down the hallway? I walk up to you. That's not like for the joke, I regularly walk out. You just get in the hallway, unzip my mask. What are you doing here? You want to rob me, you can scream yourself insane. Alright, thank you, that was my time.
I wanted the fame, but not the cover of Newsweek. Oh well, guess beggars can't be choosy. Wanted to receive attention from my music. Wanted to be left alone in public, excuse me. But wanting my cake and eat it too. And wanting it both ways. Fame made me a balloon, cause my ego inflated when I flew.
Hey guys, I'm Kenan.
I'm Eric.
We're gonna play a little short form improv game for you. It's called Sound Effects. And to get started, we're just actually gonna need 2 audience volunteers for this. Everyone, great.
Oh, sir.
You, sir? Anyone else? Yes, you. We'll give them a round of applause. Sorry, what's your name? Martha. Your name, sir?
It's Mark.
Mark and Martha. Great. So what we're going to do in this game, Eric and I cannot make any sounds. Sound effects in our scene, and these 2 volunteers are actually going to make the sound effects for us, so this mic is for you.
And this mic is for you.
Great. And so let's just give it a test real quick. If I were to... Is it not on? Union. It's on, but it's not on. Union. There we go, that's on. Great. Is that mic on? It wouldn't be a show without technical difficulties, would it? So if I were to, let's say, slam a creaky door, it would sound like this. There you go.
Or if I were to kick a baby, it would sound like this.
That is exactly what that sounds like. I feel confident about this one. So to get started, all we need is just a location.
Eugene, Oregon.
Eugene, Oregon. All right. Great. False Prophets presents Eugene, Oregon.
Eugene, what are you doing?
I'm just bored of living out here. There's nothing in Eugene, Oregon.
Oh, there's a tree right there.
I'm gonna shoot the tree.
It's still alive.
We're trying to have fun. There's nothing to do out here. If I can shoot trees all day.
I'll scratch the bark off. We can make a Lego house.
Oh my God, what was that?
Is that a leprechaun?
Holy shit!
Did he just call me a no-no?
He's got an advanced vocabulary for this creature.
My goodness. Wait.
What?
That might be the last leprechaun on Earth.
So?
The EPA is going to be all over our dicks. What are you doing?
We're in Eugene, Oregon. Newspapers are going to find out if I kill him.
Good point.
That little girl just saw me kill him. Okay, I'm not even in Eugene, Oregon. I can't do that. But wait, what is that? It's his gold.
His gold? Oh, beautiful gold.
Cha-ching, cha-ching. my entire life, not one to run into one leprechaun. And then what happened today? Chocolate gold.
Hey, we can hold it, make it our own. It'll be like a dog, but tiny and human.
Feed it the chocolate. Feed it the chocolate.
Look at this thing.
You care too much for it.
It loves me. Come here.
No.
I chime in with a haven't you people ever heard of closing a goddamn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things.
Hey! Okay, so now what we're gonna do is play a little improv game called I like my hookups like I like my blank. So for example, you would give me a suggestion like say coffee, and then one of the players would say,
I like my hookups like I like my coffee. Colombian and in a bag.
okay, so what I need from the audience is something that you might find in a supply closet. I heard stapler. False Prophets presents I like my hookups like I like my staplers. I like my hookups like I like my staplers, capable of withholding minor injury.
I like my hookups like I like my staplers, with many, many rows of teeth.
I like my hookups like I like my staplers. You chomp it and the okay, so you chomp it.
Excuse me, sir. Sir?
Yes.
Would you mind repeating that joke you just made there?
I like my hookups like I like my staplers. You chomp it. You chomp it.
Okay, sir, you know how stupid you sound right now.
Very stupid, sir.
You know I'm with the Comedy Police Department.
Right?
I'm gonna have to arrest you, sir.
Not again.
This happens to him a lot. Y'all move along. Move along. You have the obligation to remain silent. Anything you say will be deemed unfunny. You do not have the right to an attorney because there is no court that adjudicates comedy law.
I went to the eye doctor the other day and I was sitting there waiting, there was an eye chart on the wall. And next to it was another eye chart for kids who didn't know letters. And it was only pictures. And so naturally, I'm sitting there, I want to test my eyes out with this progressive eye chart. So, turns out I'm legally blind. Because I missed the first picture, I guess sailboat. And it was a windsurfboard. Yeah, I was like, who's going to get that right? Like if Donald Trump's kids happened to walk in, they would get a perfect vision. Not me. But it got me thinking that we should develop that for adults. We should have a picture-based eye chart for adults. But still keep it tricky. You don't want anyone to have good vision. So, naturally, you got to think about different types of people. For example, I'm Irish. So I think like an Irish person came in, you might have a potato. You might have a Guinness. Maybe two for two. And then you have a picture of someone that's tan. You're gonna miss it. And then you have like an ex-frat guy as he grows up, has bad vision, comes in. You have a picture of a solo cup. Got that one. Then I have maybe a Greek letter chi. Got that one too. Then maybe a picture of the girl in Kappa he slept with last weekend. What's her name? What's her name, really? What's her name? He has no idea. And then lastly, you could have, for the white trash people, you could have a spork, a pair of shoes, and then a picture of their real father. All right, guys, guys, I know a lot of you, this is our first show, and a lot of you guys have never met any of us, seen us do stand-up or anything, so I don't want you guys to get the wrong impression, but I am not interesting at all. I'm real boring. Like, not liking colors at all boring. Like, red, green, blue slider is 0. Boring. Like, you walk in my closet, it's just clothes in different shades of construction materials. Yeah, it's like, I want a shirt, cement color with a shingle-colored pair of pants. You know? And then people are like, dude, you're like one step away boring from C-SPAN. Like, yeah. Like, okay, I get it. I hate babies, I hate pools, I hate bowling. Like the trifecta of boring. People are like, God damn it, buddy, you make me want to lick chalk. Yeah. So American Idol, I'm gonna do this joke before it becomes irrelevant. Has it been canceled yet? I actually have no idea, but I wrote this joke a while ago. On the off chance that one of you guys has not seen it, the person that gets eliminated has to sing one last time before they go home. Which, if you think about it, makes no sense, because that's the only time you can have a career-ending moment, yet be forced to perform one last time. Like, think about it anywhere else, you'd be like, hey, Kobe, hey, you snapped your Achilles and you lost the playoffs. We're gonna need you to dunk this basketball one more time after the break. Yeah, people will laugh, they've seen the show. So I have an iPhone user, which has really completely changed relationships. Because now texting is just a big part of it. Like, think about it. Now people have to be creative to not text people back. And like, this is a true story. I can clearly remember the one time that I had the best excuse for someone not texting me back. She goes, and I quote, sorry, I didn't text you back. My phone got bitten in half by a horse. What? Like, were you Googling oats too close to the stable? That doesn't happen. Just tell me no. But it also, I think with relationships and iPhones, we need to redesign the bases, because look out, these aren't the bases of our parents anymore. Think about it. Like, first base now, sending an emoji. Second base, heating up a little bit, maybe checking in on Foursquare together at the movies. Third base, sending a sexy Snapchat. Yeah? And then home run, the most intimate thing you could do with another human being on the face of the earth. And that's screenshotting that Snapchat. Yeah. So guys, it's the middle of November. We're still kind of in Halloween season, so I think a horror story is appropriate. This one's entitled, Cleaning Out My College Fridge. The O. You listen up. I should have noticed the red flag when it was taped shut. Like taped. Because the only time you tape things shut is if there's a monster inside or if it's a crime scene. And in this case, it was both. Yeah. And so before I'm taping it, there's some key questions you should ask yourself. Like, is there anyone else on the face of the earth that could do this instead of me? You know, the second question might be, have I told my parents I love them lately? Third one would be, is my will up to date? Because when I untaped that fridge, I didn't just see mold. Because just mold would have been totally fine. I saw concepts in there. Like fear. Trickle-down economics. And then, right as I'm about to lose consciousness, I ask myself more questions. Like, is mayonnaise supposed to be black? Because I don't want to throw out perfectly good mayo. Thank you guys, I'm Kenan Bateman.
Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. All you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. So won't the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up.
So, Hannah and I got into comedy for more than just dick jokes.
Yeah. One thing that really draws both to the medium is the way that it can be used as an instrument for social change.
One of the issues that has pervaded our university especially is an unhealthy body image.
Yeah, in fact, recent studies show that no subgroup in the world is as obsessed as UNC's male population with peanut size.
It's a thing. Statistics. statistically, 91% of the men in this room have worried that their penis is not big enough.
And even the 9% of you that are black could potentially view of the overall size distribution.
So, once and for all, let's just dispel the myths. The average penis is about this big.
Now, I know what you're thinking. There's no way that's possible. Actually, you're right. The inclusion of transgender males with a penis size of 0 skewed the results.
The average penis is actually 1.5 inches longer.
But don't let these statistics fool you. There is incredible variety within the male anatomy.
Yeah, like penises can range anywhere from here to like this big. And doctors say that it's unlikely that you'll experience any adverse effects unless you fall under like 10 inches.
Even then, side effects are rare. They typically include like infrequent nausea,
Irregular digestive behavior,
headaches or vomiting,
listening to Macklemore,
depression, an increased likelihood of testicular cancer.
thoughts of suicide, and dying a virgin.
But even if you fall within the 90%, some of you may still be worried that your performance is just not up to par. So here's what some real women have to say about real penises.
Rebecca from California said, "Size has never mattered to me. I dated a guy with a medically diagnosed micropenis of only 7.5 inches. And we had a perfectly healthy relationship."
Yeah, Haley from Wisconsin says her husband of 4 years has learned to pleasure her in other ways, like by cuddling and watching The Notebook on repeat. She says not having to be worried about feeling his boners during the lake scene takes a literal load off.
Anna from Washington says she actually prefers men with small penises because she knows that they'll never be able to leave her pregnant and alone like her high school boyfriend.
All of these women echo the same basic statement. If you don't fall within the 90%, it doesn't matter.
There's more to life than just sex.
Yeah, so remember, men, size isn't everything.
Alright. Hello everyone. Now we're going to play a game called New Choice. The way this game works, it's a short form improv game, is we'll have our two wonderful players here, Hannah and Jordan, are going to act out a scene based on an audience suggestion. Now as they're doing this scene, I'm going to be their most master puppeteer. I'm going to call New Choice at any action or phrase or anything they may do. So, first of all, can we get a suggestion of an occupation from the audience? Lumberjack. Okay, I'll hand it over to the players.
False Prophets present
Lumberjack.
Becky?
Yeah.
Watch the stride.
7.5.
New choice.
5.5.
New choice.
100! That was amazing.
Yes, I joined the superhuman lumberjack league to see how far I can knock a tree when I hit it with an axe.
New choice.
To see how far I can fall in love with your beautiful eyes, Becky.
I always wanted to marry a lumberjack.
But I have a secret that I can't tell you about.
What?
I can't tell you.
New choice.
I will tell you slowly. See if you can guess it on the first guess.
Okay. It's you are short. Are you short?
But that's not the secret.
You don't have trouble reaching swimming. You can't swim? I'm trying not to be racist here, but...
As a proud Asian American, when I joined Lumberjack Academy, I failed the swimming test every time.
New choice.
When I joined Lumberjack Academy, I couldn't dunk to save my life. When I joined Lumberjack Academy, they asked me if I had seen Inception, and I said I did, but I haven't! I lied!
You know that means you'll never be able to go pro. How do you support our family?
Do you think I can do it by turkey dance?
What do you mean? Okay. Show me what you got.
All right.
Something a little bit more meaningful.
So I think if I went into my first job interview,
choice.
If I went into my second job.
Your choice.
If I was going in for a filmographer's job position, look at this one like this. Like this.
You dance.
Look like this.
You dance.
Look like this.
Think about here. I don't want our children to be ashamed.
Your choice.
I don't want our children to think you're the coolest dad ever.
Your choice.
I don't want our children to grow up and get into porn.
It looks bad, but it's actually for the new Pixar film.
Your choice.
It's actually for the new Miyazaki film.
Your choice.
It's actually a mocap of my balls dancing back and forth.
I don't think that's appropriate for our children to be seeing every night when their father comes home.
I just want them to respect me. But also fear me.
I respect you more than you do lumberjacking. Please. I don't care that you can't swim. Just do what you love. Do the lumberjacking thing. Do, another porn star because this is for you.
I actually have an idea. So, as you can see from the way my hips move, I'm destined for porn.
Yes.
But with a lumberjack idea, what if we call it lumberjacking off?
Your choice.
What if we call it he's got wood?
Your choice.
What if we call it Paul Bunyan in the penis adventure?
Your choice.
I don't know what I'm doing up here with two microphones anyway. It's just silly. So, you guys just saw me talk about dicks, but I'm going to talk about other things now. A lot of people have asked me if Marcie is short for something, which I was a little offended by. Like, I'm short for an adult. What does that have to do with anything? Tall people are, like, really condescending. Like, they're always talking down to me. And like, it bothers me when people ask tall people whether or not they play basketball, because no one asks short people whether we enjoy the perks of the job. Like, no one says, hey Marcie, do you enjoy it when there's a low-hanging tree branch sweeping over the sidewalk and you don't have to duck? Yes. Yes, I do. My mom's tall, so she can't identify with my shortness. The best thing she could come up with to comfort me was, well, at least you can ask handsome men to reach things for you. Yeah, Mom. You know that posse of handsome men I surround myself with? Just waiting for me to be too short to reach the Nutella. And then she accused me of being short with her. A friend of mine recently came out of the closet. And when someone you know comes out of the closet, it sort of becomes like an M. Night Shyamalan movie. Where, like, you have to mentally go back and reinterpret everything that's happened with the new understanding. Gay. Like before, I thought he kissed other men just for kicks. But now that I know that he really enjoyed it, it sort of changes things. When you look like one of your parents, like people will say, like, you're the spitting image of your mom. But spitting is rude. So it's like people are saying you're the rude version of your parents. Which, to be fair, is probably true. But fuck them, am I right? I read a correlational study about how if you ask, like, a man of average height or taller whether he thinks height matters, he'll say that it doesn't. But if you ask a man of below average height whether he thinks height matters, he'll say that it does. But I mean, who the fuck talks to short guys? Like, how was that study even conducted? Hello, sir, I just have a couple questions for you. Whoa, 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 whoa. My eyes are up here, pal. Disgusting. Okay, so that was a little weird. It got weird for a second. I get pretty weird with my boyfriend, if you know what I mean. No one knows who I mean. Not at all. Not even a clue. I'll tell you. We play this game where I pretend like I'm an octopus. And I wrap my tentacles around him and bury my face into his chest so you can only see my eyes and my head, just like an octopus. And he pretends like he doesn't know who I am. Look how I got into his apartment. The best games are the ones you don't know you're playing. My personal favorite is hide and seek. I like to hide in his bedroom closet, and it takes forever for him to find me, which is dumb because the bedroom closet is the go-to place. Eventually Nancy was all like, "Oh my god, what are you doing in my house?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, why haven't you changed your clothes in 3 days?" Could seriously cut some time off of this round. Now it's your turn. You go hide. I'll count to 30. But you better pick a good spot because I know this place like the back of your hand. That joke is called "Don't leave your spare keys in the obvious places." Until you're lucky. Okay, so I'm trying to make friends. It's like really hard work, guys. I was texting this girl, like trying to make small talk, and I was like, "Hey, I think that the way that some people died is kind of funny." And I have an iPhone, and when you have an iPhone, you can see if someone has received the message, if they've read the message, and if they're responding to the message. And she'd received the message, and she'd read the message, but she wasn't responding to the message. And I freaked out and thought I offended her, so I just texted like, "LOL, JK, I'm just kidding, I'm not serious about dead people." And so my phone auto-corrected it to LOL, JFK.
I'm feeling it, straight feeling it. I see you eyeing my soul, you not stealing it. I mean, I'm feeling it, straight feeling it. All tear on the beat and he's killing it. Yo, P, what's up, bro? You must be on some drugs, nah, dude.
So then I was like, what's this turtle doing in this Arby's? Oh.
There you go, Taylor.
I'm so tired of people assuming I'm gay just because I'm well dressed. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that, but you can't just stereotype like that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gay, but I shop at Bath and Body Works, and my wife says I smell amazing.
Yeah, like, I'm not gay, but I'll watch Oprah. Because she's a fucking admirable woman.
I know, right? Like, I'm not gay, but I would make sweet love to Justin Timberlake under the moonlight to the sounds of French String Quartet. But I'm not gay.
Right, I'm not gay, but I have a fine-ass dinner.
Oh. I mean, I'm not gay, but I shave my legs. Helps me run faster.
Well, like, I'm not gay, but I'd have sex with all of you. Because we're bros.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gay, but I moisturize, and my face is like a baby's ass.
Oh, so smooth.
See?
Like, I'm not gay, but if I was in prison, I'd fuck a dude in the shower.
Whoa!
No, I mean if it was consensual.
I guys' night.
Guys' night?
Like, I'm not gay, but I regularly have consensual sex with men and enjoy it. But I'm not gay.
We are friends.
I know.
I'm bringing sexy back. Yeah. The mother boys don't know how to act.
Everybody? Alright. So I was walking around campus the other day, and I saw an extremely attractive female, if you know what I'm saying. And how did I know she was extremely attractive? The ass of her sweatpants had the word juicy written on it. When I saw that, woo, I had my broccoli boiling. Nothing turns me on like the idea of a woman's butt cheeks being filled with citrusy nectar. It got me thinking, you know? Maybe if I write something like delectable on my ass, then the lady folks will be swooning all over me. But you need to be strategic about this sort of thing. Have a special tactic for each scenario. For example, let's say that I'm just trying to get laid. That's when I write sanitize on my property. Maybe I'm trying to do something a little bit more serious. Committed. That's when you write tender on my part. Or maybe I'm trying to tie the knot. Eric's trying to take some vows. So that's when I write easily whipped on my spine. Okay, so there are two types of people in this world. Those who are skilled at grammar and those who isn't. It may be the case that some of you isn't, but that will change in the next few minutes. I call this segment the power of punctuation. Lesson 1, commas. Commas are important when you're getting certain messages across. For example, let's say you're walking down the street and you pick up your phone, you got a text. Your friend who's texting you says, hey man, you got any friends who are DTF? You're like, friend who is texting me, why are you always trying to get laid? Now what friend who is texting you means to say is, I just love to fuck, comma, dog. But what friend who is texting you does say, because he doesn't understand the power of punctuation, is, I just love to fuck dog. Man's best friend is not DTF. Down the front? Yes. Down the fuck? No. Don't fuck my dog friend who's texting me. Or for example, let's say that you're driving down the street in Carborough, and you see a sign that says, yard sale, this way. You'll probably think to yourself, okay, this person knows the time and the place for quotation marks. I bet they also know how to appropriately price a gently used blender. But let's say on the other hand, that you're driving down the same street and you see a sign that says, yard sale, this way. You're probably going to think to yourself, this is either a Turkish immigrant, a shitty drug dealer, or both. That they know how to appropriately price a gently used blender. Lesson 3, exclamation points. It's cool to be enthused, but there is a time and a place. Let's say that you're in the park and you hear someone say, now that's a good-looking baby. You will know at that point that that person is a pedophile. Let's say on the other hand, that you're in the same park and you hear someone say, well, that's a good-looking baby. You will know at that point that that person is a pedophile. Speaking of pedophilia, I work at a daycare. You know, some of my friends sometimes say to me, like, Eric, for all the jobs we choose, why would you want to be in a room full of screaming children? And my answer is always, I do it for the wolves. These kids are ridiculous, you know? I don't understand their logic. These kids, they say to me, they say, Mr. Airwick, why are you waking me up from my nap? Oh, little Timmy, nap time's over. It's time for snack time, so you can eat apple segments. Oh, but Mr. Airwick, I love that nap. Please, let me keep having it. Okay, Timmy, 5 more minutes. Oh, but I want snack. You know, these kids are ridiculous. They say, Mr. Airwick, why is Susie crying? Oh, little Timmy, when you make poo-poo in your pants, and you put your hand in there, and smear it all around, and you take your hand out, and you rub it on Susie's face, it makes her sad. Oh, you know, They say, Mr. Hale, why are you touching me there? Oh, sorry, I'm just kidding, I'm kidding. They don't touch you.
Hey everyone, we're about to do a super fun improv scene now. For you guys are just going to do a regular scene, no weird rules or anything like that. So, what do we want a suggestion of in the audience? Suggestions of the songs that are playing right now.
Awesome.
Can we get a suggestion of a noun? It could be verb, it could be
Cheese.
Cheese. We heard cheese.
False Prophets presents
Cheese. Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order?
Okay, that was okay. Try with like more enthusiasm next time when like a customer comes up.
More enthusiasm.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was trying to support you as my new team partner, but
Hey, what are you breaking character right now, ma'am? Ma'am, you know you're not supposed to break character in an improv scene.
yeah, that's like one-on-one stuff.
Yeah, it is one-on-one stuff. Comedy police department. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to arrest you, ma'am.
Hey, it's my first time.
I'm taking you to the big house. By the big house, I mean my house.
For you, bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? You chuck it on that one, you chuck it on this one, you chuck it on your mother and you chuck it on your father, you chuck it on your brother and you chuck it on your sister, you chuck it on that one and you chuck it on me.
All right. Yes, I want a clean fight here. All right? No scratching, no biting, no kicking. If I see anything I don't like, I'll let you know. All right. Oh, stop. No hitting the hair. Okay? Very sensitive.
Listen to the
Okay.
Listen to the breath.
All right, go for it. Stop. Dirty hit. No hitting the body. Are you kidding me? Okay, very sensitive.
All right.
Yeah, okay, go. Oh, no. Stop, okay? No hitting the face, all right? Very dangerous. Okay, go, fight.
Well, I'm firm that I should win this fight because I'm bigger, my reach is longer, and I'm the odds-on favorite for every booking in town.
Oh, hold on.
What?
Stating that you are the winner because the bookies are in favor of you is a logical fallacy.
For the breath. I negate that you should win because I have better stamina than you, and I'm also faster than you, so I have a better work output, so if it goes to the cards, I am guaranteed to win. Please rebut.
Well, I'm stronger than you, so I'm not going to knock your ass out, and it's not going to go to the cards.
Oh, hold on. You cannot present your evidence in your rebuttal. It's elementary.
My speed and stamina will outstrip your size and reach, and I am the guaranteed winner. That's my conclusion.
Okay, he stands. The winner by unanimous acclamation.
Can't be touched, can't be stopped, can't be moved, can't be rocked, can't be shook. We hot. When will you niggas learn? Came to get crunk, came to bring life, came to
considered by most civilized countries to be a war crime. Coming to you live from Somalia, it's Panel of Experts! Stop. All right, welcome back to Panel of Experts, the show where we line up some experts and you, the lovely audience, ask them some questions. It should be a lot of fun. All right, first, who are you?
My name's Nathan. I'm 13. I'm homeschooled. My mom says I'm handsome.
Your mother's lying to me. Weird kid. And who are you, sweetheart?
My name is Priscilla. I'm 7 years old, and I'm the district attorney for New York City.
How adorable and improbable. And who are you?
Hi, my name is Hannah Hartsburg. I was 1997's Miss Beauty Teen Princess Queen Beauty Queen. And I'm 87 years old, but I'm very rich, and I am doing great today. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Parksburg. I really look forward to your responses. It's Parksburg now. I control the show. And who are you, buddy?
I am Second Lieutenant George Walters, dishonorably discharged, veteran of the Luxembourg incursion of 1984.
That's real cute. Thanks. All right, who wants to ask a question to these experts? Anyone? You look like you have a question.
Ms. Hartsburg, you said that you peaked at 7 years old. Why am I that big?
Parksburg, that question. Go.
Well, I've been really pretty my whole life, so that's good. But when I was 7, they had like a talent section, so they taught me talent, and I was heard that made me really good. So I don't have that talent anymore. That is in my past. But I'm doing great today because I'm very rich.
Your life is a shell. All right, who else has a question? You in the red. No? Yes? No? You? Ask a question. You're holding up the whole show, buddy. Come on! My God!
You sir there. When your mom tells you that you're handsome, does she comment on any particular features? What features do you think your mom thinks is handsome?
That was not a great question. Never going to ask you a question again. It's fine, Shayne.
My mom says that I'm perfectly normal. It's perfectly normal for a boy to wet the bed at 13, and she says I'm very handsome. My mom says that it's okay. It's not okay to read Harry Potter. I'm forbidden to read Harry Potter. She says I'm too handsome. Oh boy. I need to go to the bathroom. Do you have a binder?
You know what my favorite part of Harry Potter is?
What?
The part with the magic. I don't care what your answer is. All right, another question from the audience. You with the shirt. That's right, shirt guy.
This is to the second lieutenant. What service did you use, sir?
I don't like that. Your new question is, how awesome is the host? Tell me how awesome I am. Tell me.
I had a host in Luxembourg in 1984 during the Luxembourg incursion of 1984. He was a good host to me, but I shot him. And his kid. Multiple times.
It's okay, I can do that. Georgia boy. Who else has a question? You with the shirt, who is definitely not my roommate. You think I wouldn't see you?
Yes.
Ask. You're holding the show.
Of the war in Westeros between the North and the South.
Finish the question.
That's all of it.
You gave me that, Priscilla. Answer that nerd shit.
I think he was talking about the war between North and South Germany. But what's more important is the war on crime that we're currently waging. I'm tough on crime. Anytime I have some sort of defendant trying to wiggle out of a prosecution, I always make sure to heavily interrogate them. I ask them if they did it. If they say no, that's how I know that they didn't do it.
Arrest me for finding that adorable. Stay away from her, George. You're with me now. Alright, let's see. You look well dressed. What's your question?
Mr. Homeschooler, I would like to know your opinions on diarrhea.
You do know this is on TV. What?
Good.
Okay. What's your opinion on diarrhea? Archer.
My opinion on diarrhea is that it's perfectly normal for a 13-year-old boy to have diarrhea once every hour. That's what my mom told me. It's okay, and it means that I'm very handsome. Thank you.
What has happened in your life to get you here?
I need to go to the bathroom.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Me too. All right. Let's see. Let's get another question from Fartsburg. Who wants to ask a question from Fartsburg? You.
Do whales orgasm?
Fartsburg, drop some knowledge on us.
I personally believe that with such as that when controversial topics are brought up, such as I personally, my opinions personally are that such as over in the Middle East, and in the Middle East when they can't read, we should help them in this, such as when others in our schooling system here are kids in the Middle East, and that is why I got it right.
Oh my God, I hate this job. All right, let's get one last question for all of them. Who wants the last question? You look gutsy.
I'm talking to a girl, and she hasn't called me back for 2 days. What should I do?
You should probably get a better face. That's all. Nathan, help the kid out. Help him out.
It's good when girls don't like you to stare at them. Stare at them.
Little slice of life advice we can all use.
Oh my God, you're so adorable.
Oh, Lord Fartsburg. What?
I would say that if you're not giving her attention, you should try being more romantic, but like subtle. So like if you were to like ride on a horse on like a beach with like background music, and maybe get like skydivers there to like perform for her, and then like buy her favorite kind of chocolate, and take her out to dinner in like Paris. And that would, just like real subtle stuff like that, would help you get her attention.
Any of that brain diarrhea help you out? Horse, chocolate? Buy some horse chocolate, I guess. And George, take us home.
In Luxembourg, there was a girl that I liked. But she didn't respond to any of my phone calls. So I hijacked a drone and followed her around. And then I saw her with her husband and took her out. Back then, the Luxembourg incursion in 1984.
What's the Luxembourg occurred in 1984?
I was working at the daycare at the consulate for the United States in Luxembourg, and there was a foreign nationals kid, and didn't trust him. He looked a little pink, so I shot him.
All right, that was Panel of Experts, a show all of our critics have called about 22 minutes runtime. Good night!
Express yourself. Express yourself. See, it's not what you look like when you're doing what you're doing. Express yourself.
Hey, it's not worth having if you don't wait for it.
So I'm nervous. Is anyone else here nervous?
It's okay if you are. Because, like, you came here to watch comedy. And now there's a 14-year-old girl on the stage.
Making part is a verb.
Teenage girls, am I right? We're the worst. Like, we're not rapists or murderers or anything, but our voices are really high-pitched, you know? We might as well have orchestrated financial disaster, chemical warfare, and mass genocide. Oh, wait, that was adult men. Yeah, you guys. That was you. We drink $5 coffee and use the word literally wrong, but you commit over 90% of American homicides. like at worst, we've got the Salem witch trials, and you've got the Holocaust. Every side of World War I. Superman movies. Writing comedy is a lot like songwriting. Easiest to do when you're sad. But it is also very different from songwriting. Because, like, I don't know if you've noticed this, but Taylor Swift makes a lot of money. Comedy isn't a career. When I told my parents I wanted to do comedy, they were really disappointed. Like, comedy? Really? What happened to being a theater major? We had such high hopes for you. Your brother's a freelance short story writer, but at least he has potential. I read inspirational quotes on the internet a lot, and I've noticed the discrepancies between like good life advice and good penis advice. Because like some good life advice is do what you want, it doesn't matter what anybody says. But when it comes to penises, no means no. And you need to respect that. I was walking to class one day and there were these two guys behind me talking about this class they had to go to that was as boring as tits. Which, like, judging by their last conversation topic, they didn't find all that boring. And frankly, I'm wondering what class they found that was as interesting as tits, because I want to sign up. Like, guys aren't biologically predisposed to find boobs attractive because they're not a sexual organ. They're fascinated by them because they don't have them. Which is why I'm also fascinated by them.
Hell yeah!
I realized the other day a sort of sobering thought that, like, statistically, this is as good as I'm ever gonna look. Which I didn't think was that bad. Until I told this to my roommate, and she was like, no, Hannah, don't worry. I'm sure it gets better. A lot of girls here refer to finding a decent boyfriend here as a manhunt, which is terrifying. One, because it's like you're trying to slaughter them, and two, because I have terrible aim. Oh, another kindling joke. I know this one guy who's really sexist. He likes to make these funny jokes where I say something he doesn't like, and he tells me to shut up and make him a spear. Hunt me a bison. And we'll talk. My friend says that my complaining is bad for my health. But I don't know. Because, like, every time you hear someone who has unfailing positivity, they usually also have a terminal illness. Like, I'm not saying that complaining prevents cancer, but when's the last time you heard some girl talk about her friend with cancer whose attitude had really been dragging on her lately?
Hello, Diane.
Charlie! What are you doing up so late?
That's not important. Sit down, Lee.
Okay.
I want to divorce Diane. I know.
No. I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play games with me. It's no use. I can't believe you betrayed me.
I had this hole inside of me. This gaping hole. And I just couldn't fill it with anything but that delicious, forbidden.
You took the last triple chocolate macadamia nut cookie and you ate it. What? Was double chocolate not good enough for you? Is anything good enough for you?
Those firm brown cookies. I can hardly think about them without drooling.
I always thought you were very big for my firm brown cookies.
You know, I did this for a reason. You're not perfect either, Charlie. I know what you do in our bed when you think I'm asleep.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Who's playing games now? I can feel you jerking around. And I can hear your sharp breaths. And I sure as hell notice the white stains on our sheets.
I will not apologize for my love of churning butter. Besides, whenever I ask you to churn, you say you're too tired from work. Why, on our honeymoon, we churned and we churned and we churned until we could churn no longer. But lately we're likely to churn even once a month.
And I cherish our churning. But lately, I think we're growing apart.
Maybe it's time for us to call it quits. You'll have to make that last.
Wait. What if we use this to make a new batch of cookies? Enough for the both of us.
I think I like that very much. Wait, are we out of chocolate chips?
Don't worry. I picked some up from the store on the way back from fucking your brother.
Oh! Alright, folks, we're about to do an improv scene. You know how this goes. We're going to need a suggestion of a location from someone in the front row.
Grand Canyon!
She just said, Grand. Oh, yeah, Comedy Cop? Yeah. Yeah, it was Grand Canyon. Yeah, it was really good. Happy.
You suggested this terrible idea? I mean, what? Excuse me, ma'am. Comedy Police Department. Sorry, I'm gonna have to arrest you. Are you her friend? You're responsible for her. So the rest of yourself. If he says anything, you. For you, man.
when you were young?
Take a seat. I remember them like they were yesterday. We had Facebook and jerking off to porn on dial-up internet. Little John.
Little John?
It's Lil, you tool!
What, was he short?
Man, I wish your mother didn't drink when she was pregnant with you.
What other kinds of music did you listen to? What is that? Some sort of dinosaur machine?
Skeet, skeet, motherfucker!
Oh, better days.
Like when you met Grandma.
I remember it. I was sitting in the frat house with my bros. She walked in drunk as hell, wearing clothes to nothing.
What are you kids talking about? I got some cookies in the kitchen.
Oh, I was just telling little Sonny here about when we met. Our first dance.
Oh, it was perfect. Can we have that dance again?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Suck a dick, Grandma.
So when I wrote that opening number, I didn't think the union would take it so seriously and think I was actually not paying them. But yay, sound effects! We love those, right? Well, hi, I'm Joey. I just moved back down here. I love the South. I love country music radio. Like I was listening to this channel the other day, and they had their morning show, and they were having people calling with their unusual talents. This gentleman calls in and says, "Yeah, I got talent. I can hold my farts in." I was personally offended that someone would call into a public radio station that anyone can listen to for free and add a sentence and a preposition. Smart joke. That's how we gauge what you guys are. Not looking great for y'all. I go to UNC. And I assume because our school's good at basketball that I'm somehow good at basketball. I'm decent. Like the other day I was throwing up some alley-oops. Whereas everyone else saw it, I was throwing up some air balls in athletic guy made a play. I don't want to give you the impression I'm unathletic because I'm not. I actually played high school soccer. The coach of Delta East State University tried to recruit me. He gave me 3.5 soccer balls out of 5 soccer balls. It's being roughly higher rated than any movie Nicolas Cage has been in. Oh, we loved it. Ghost Rider 2 was awesome. He gave me some pros and cons in my game, though. Pro, he's got a lot of heart. Con, he has no talent. Pro, he plays with intensity even when the team is up by several goals. Con, the coach only puts him in the game when his team is up by several goals. Pro, he's generally in the right place at the right time. Con, that place is the bench. So I don't play soccer anymore. Now I play rugby for this fine university. Usually when I tell people that I play rugby, anytime you tell someone you do something exotic, what they really hear is, I play rugby. I'm a douchebag. But no, rugby is an incredible game. I've learned so much playing it. Like the other day, I was in a match, and I had this revelation. Concussions are a lot like sandwiches. and then they rushed me to the emergency room. Finding a job was tough. I had to find one in the summer, and well, getting job offers is easy, but I find once I email them my personal information and my bank account number, they never get back to me. But I was just wandering around in Times Square this summer, and this homeless guy came up to me. He's like, "Hey man, we got this great system. We'll give you a shower, a polo, and a box, and you can set up on 42nd Street, and we will take half the revenue, but we'll make so much more." I didn't realize homeless people are unionized. So now I'm a professional homeless person, and if you're considering giving to a panhandler, look for the union label. We appreciate it. There's a girl here. Well, I liked her for about 11 months before I finally got the testicular fortitude to ask her out on a date. And if I were to describe how the asking out process went with a metaphor, I would say it's like I was a non-American aircraft in Afghanistan, and she was the U.S. Air Force. Some of you didn't laugh. You're probably confused. You're like, "Joey, are there any non-American aircraft in Afghanistan?" You're exactly fucking right. There are none. Put them all up. I knew the asking out process was going poorly because she opened her. When she started, she used the F word. She said, "Joey, you're a really good friend." Aww. Thank you, ladies. But no, it only went downhill from there because she hit me next with that line, "I just was seeing this guy, and it ended poorly, and I don't really want to see anyone right now." That's bullshit. Anytime a girl tells that to you, I knew it was. She had a Facebook page. And if she was in said relationship, it would have been, "OMG, I'm so in love with Johnny." Less than sign 3. And when the eventual breakup came, it would have been, "OMG, I fucking hate you, Johnny. I hope Stacy is happy with you and your micro penis." Less than sign /3. And I know she didn't post any of these things on her Facebook page because I've been stalking her Facebook page for the past 11 months. It's really bad. I can't go within 25 megabits per second of her page. Well, y'all, that's the end of our stand-up for tonight. We're going to do one last thing for you. We're going to do a montage. So can I get all the false prophets back up here? It's just a bunch of scenes strung together. And we're going to start with a little word pattern game. And we need a word to get us started. You don't have to worry, there's no comedy cop here. So can I just get a suggestion in the audience? It can be literally anything. Denial. Okay, the false prophets present denial.
My favorite thing about denial is I'm pretty sure it's a river in Egypt. Sometimes people say it's not just a river in Egypt, and I say I understand what metaphors or word games are. Please stop hitting me with your flashlight, police officer. You see, I have a complicated relationship with
The best part about being an 8th grade English teacher is you get to teach these dumbass kids what a metaphor is. I tell them the metaphor is banana chip cookies and chocolate. They say, "Dude, there are so many great metaphors at the state fair. It's wonderful."
And if you're looking over here, this is the graph of your grades on the last exam. Most of you fell over here because you're all dumb. Look over there because if you had studied, you guys all would have passed. But you're all incredibly stupid and lazy, and I hate you as your professor.
Everyone needs to be exceptional at something. My teacher says I'm exceptionally dumb, and that makes me feel good about myself because I'm special.
Did you know that the classical meaning of the word dumb is somebody who couldn't talk? I think that's way more offensive than somebody being stupid. But that's why we live in modern times. Words have changed. When Helen Keller was deaf and dumb, she was not actually uneducated, she just couldn't talk to you.
Is anyone excited about the future? Man, the future's gonna be great. I can just see it now, all the talk of the flying cars and alien invasions. And I
can't wait for the past. There'll be so few girls. It's gonna be amazing. Campfires.
I really want to build a time machine so I can combine the past and the future and get rid of the present. So I'm really looking forward to dinosaurs with laser beams attached.
I love presents, but I hate Santa Claus because I've noticed that Santa Claus has a tendency to skip over my house. I once asked my parents about it.
There's this little piece of shit kid whose house I always pass passed over. She's such a piece of shit.
And so the story of Passover comes to us. This young child named Jordan, and Santa passed over his house every year. You're welcome, Judaism.
I wonder sometimes why, as a citizen of Egypt, they always pass me over for the Christmas presents. I don't know if it's because of the pyramids, or because of the no internet, or because it's near the Okay, we got this.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay, we're gonna beat the shit out of Santa Claus.
Oh, we got it.
Okay, these pennies have been passing over us for 16 years.
We should start our own religion and get a bunch of people to follow us to beat up Santa Claus.
Ooh, Santa Clausianism. Ooh, this is gonna be great.
Santa Claus maybe that works. Santa Claus Santa Claus music.
Yes, I will begin the church.
Okay.
Okay, we got this house. Oh, fuck that. Oh, we got this house.
Hail Santa Clausianism!
That can't bode well for me.
Yeah, so I think that the logo for our it should be like a star because like Santa's in the sky.
Ooh, a star and 5 points because
no 6 points.
Ooh, 6 points because he's 6 times the weight of an average ferret.
Yes, he is. If I understand math correctly, that's what it allows him to fly.
Yes. Okay, and it will be behind an American flag.
Behind an American flag. What's the American flag for?
The American flag is for bald eagles and fried chicken and great things such as that.
I think the Santa Claus actually likes fried chicken a bit too much for us to have an anti-Santa association, but you know that supported fried chicken too.
I'll build a no fried chicken sign.
A no fried chicken sign is perfect for our religion.
Why don't I have anywhere to sit?
Oh, because the seas are tough. There's only one chair for the captain. Oh, there are shots with laser beams out there.
We've been on the... We've been on this boat for so long. I thought it was going to be more like a video game.
Nag. You should have more fun on open waters.
I've been trying to, but every time I toss a man overboard, you scream man overboard, and they drag him back in, and then it's like, well...
That's proper ship etiquette. That's exactly what you have to do.
Why would you toss me in? I'm soaking wet.
I was also a good shipmate. I don't know why you would do that.
I don't get the whole shipmate thing.
Well, it's crew. There's really not much to get.
Oh no.
What? It's a laser seagull!
It's certainly better to say how to video games.
Oh God, oh!
It got me.
Good riddance.
Hey, young Jordan, get in here. You look different than I remember. No?
Yeah, I have a skin condition.
As your father, I know that. Now, son, heard you talking to your mother earlier about why you weren't getting Christmas presents.
Yeah, I heard it's because of the Jews, right? No, not because of the Jews. Is that not okay to say?
No. I don't know where you learned this anti-Semitism. I'll tell you the real reason. It's because Santa Claus is a huge racist.
And obviously he doesn't like me for my black skin.
Decided to turn left. So here's what we're gonna do. Next time Santa Claus comes to our house, we'll give you the scrambling bug, okay?
Okay.
You're gonna pull that fat fuck out of the sky.
You think I'm really strong enough, Dad?
I know you are, little Jordan. So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to get it like you go about like that. All right. Throw it up. Pull it down.
Well, there's nothing really pulling right now. It just landed over
Stick
there.
sample.
Okay.
Stick sample. back in, Dad. So you want to pull it down, and then when Santa Claus is on the ground, he'll be injured. And then that's where you're going to take this machete. Here. And you're going to want to hack off his beard. That's your power.
Power is in his beard. Okay. So when does Santa come? Because I'm not really sure because he's never been here. What, is there like some significance of that?
Hey, all you now crocodiles, get in here. Get in here now, crocodiles. Seems the seagulls we've been eating lately have equipped themselves with laser beams. I am not happy. We can't fight lasers. I know we have big teeth and we're strong and prehistoric, but we cannot fight lasers.
You can fight lasers with other lasers.
She's brilliant. She's got an idea. It's a good idea.
Yes, I've been working on this laser for years now.
You just not brought it out?
Yes.
That's really odd timing.
You mean we have the technology?
This whole time, we've been just like going down in numbers. My best friend died last week to a laser-bearing seagull.
You should have asked.
I didn't know that was an option.
We're an endangered species.
I think I need to bring up what we've all been thinking here. I'm not entirely sure you're loyal to our cause.
I'm not entirely sure I'm a crocodile.
We never asked.
We never said we were crocodiles. We said we were alligators.
It is.
Definitely.
We're crocodiles? Am I at the wrong party?
Hey.
Hey.
Show me the number 4.
Confused.
He's definitely a seagull. Get him.
The seagull! Jesus!
Billy, sit down. Yes. Sit down. Now, I want to talk to you about your grades. Do you know what 0 is?
0, it's like the shape of a Cheerio, correct?
This is why I want to talk to you about your grades. Okay, so 0 is the lowest possible that you could possibly get on this math test.
Lower than 0 Cheerios?
Theoretically, you could not get lower than 0 Cheerios.
I'm talking something.
Billy, good job. Heard you got a Cheerio on your last exam. Aren't you proud of our son?
Talk about that money nut.
Listen, I'm trying to be a cool dad about this, but I just want you to know that Cheerios are delicious, but they're not good for math tests.
Well, Cheerios are delicious, but they're delicious.
Yeah, that was a little negative. Why don't you say something to Billy that you admire about him?
Billy, I really admire your...
Do I smell like Cheerios?
Oh my God, Billy.
That was
I don't have enough Cheerios.
that was great speaking up for yourself, Billy.
I really admire your way to persevere against everything in the world pushing you down.
Oh, that's not true.
I really admire the way that, regardless of the circumstances, you pick the wrong option every time. I really admire the way that you're so enthusiastic about getting a Cheerio on your 2nd grade math test. There were 2 questions.
That Santa's a real dick. He's skipping my paychecks.
Yeah. I don't think he even makes any money.
I can't be sure, but all I know is we work really hard and we deserve respect.
Do you know what we should do? We should unionize.
That is really good. Santa, one fat man can't take down a union.
No one can.
What's going on here?
Not unionizing.
Yeah, because this isn't a union shop and you would fire us all for sure.
Do I need to have Rudolph eat another elf? Does Rudolph have to eat another elf? With his fists?
Rudolph, a real
You better not be thinking about unionizing. Ho, 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 ho. Rudolph, come with me.
I don't think he suspects anything.
He's surprisingly dense. I just... Rudolph's a real dick.
He ate Carl last week.
No, I liked Carl. He was a
We should probably get into that. Like Wednesday? Does Wednesday work for the funeral for you?
Wait, Wednesday?
What's Wednesday?
That's the day before Christmas.
It is.
You can't do that. Santa will be on us, so know we're colluding.
You'll never suspect it at a funeral, though.
Santa's a smart man. No, we wouldn't go to a funeral or anything. We're working hard on the day before Christmas. Yeah.
Do you know what Santa does to little elves that don't work hard?
Hugs them.
I ho break your fingers!
I can't wait for the future. With us.
Sure is funny, but they're real.
We love having you here at the movies with us. Isn't it great having him here?
You wanted to be like, commitment. Yes.
I just don't understand why I can't sit in the middle. I've got popcorn.
Like you're good as a scene friend, but not a bird friend.
We really like having you here. Just we like it more when you're like not talking
That's
and
really
not
nice.
like here. You're just like there.
My lady?
No, you're right on time. You can sit on that side.
Who is this?
Are you saying?
That's my friend Kevin.
I am Kevin.
You both like
Words.
Yeah, you both love words.
What's with you? You first tried to get me to commit to you, and now you're trying to get her to commit to Kevin?
I really like love.
You have a problem.
Hey, guys, I know that this is the new premiere of the new Nicholas Sparks movie, but could you guys shut the hell up and let's watch the movie?
That is not how you milk a cow. Like, really?
What? Times were tough on the seas, and I had to join the farming community.
That's so weird, Grandpa.
Don't talk to me. I worked hard.
I don't understand why you can't just sit in the house and let me do the cows. I mean, milk the cows.
I will not be sedentary in my retirement.
Okay, but you're hurting her, and she's traumatized from the last time.
Good riddance. She's a cow.
You tried to feed her the MRS's meal things.
I don't see the issue.
Grandpa, you fed her like steel and other hard minerals.
Yeah.
She shit literal bricks. But this cow shit literal bricks, and now you're trying to milk her by like an Indian dance.
Listen, honey, you've been trying to get ketchup out of that bottle for 3 hours. There's none left.
I'll try. If I have to squirt one, I'll squirt the other. Get on the hamburger one way or the other.
You're putting minerals in there. What the hell?
You know what? They're good for me, I think.
Listen, honey, I appreciate the new foreplay techniques, but you can't just yank and pull like that.
Little Joey. I need to have a talk with you, little Joey.
What is it, Pat?
So as you know, Santa is racist.
Yes, we established that.
And ever since my mom and I had you, though I'm not sure that we were
Can we talk about that sentence? Did you phone Grandma to create me? Am I inbreeding? Is that why I look so different from you?
There was something fishy going on that entire time.
Grandma's sneaky.
Yes, she is very sneaky. But really, the reason I brought you here is because, like, since you were born, Santa's been passing over our house. And as we established, he's racist. So it's because of the way I dress?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. You
Should I do a button?
I don't think it's helping. It's getting better.
Oh, those jeans don't quite fit.
Listen, I think I'm gonna have to disown you because I'm trying to get some presents.
I understand that.
So, like, do you want to live with your mom or? Yeah.